guys, welcome back to my channel, Budgeted for Later. As promised, I am bringing you my updated debt confession. I had a lot of people comment and mention that, hey, can you get closer to the sheet? I can't see it. And then I watched it on my phone. I'm like, yeah, you guys really can't see it. I'm so used to editing on my computer and being able to see the full image. There's something to say about editing on your phone, even though like I could never do it, but you're kind of getting the gist of exactly what people are going to see on their phones, because most of us are on YouTube on our phones. Nobody's like picking up their computer and being like, let me spread out and watch YouTube videos all day on my computer. Sometimes I do it, but rarely so. And then my best friend watches her Sims YouTube stuff on the TV as she's playing Sims. That girl is living the life. But anyway, let's get straight into it. So I'm going to do the little zoom thingy. I think it'll be over here. Is it here? Is it here? You know where it is because you're seeing it right now. I'm gonna get my desk closer, or like my little lap table closer, so I can look over this while you guys are seeing it. I am not screen recording right now, but I will try to like indicate what I'm talking about with an arrow popping up on the screen. We'll see how it goes. So I haven't updated my sheet since I did this in January, and I'm not going to. We're gonna work off of the same sheet because not much has changed. I'll go over briefly what has changed, but not much has changed. So take a look at the sheet, and here's what we're working with. I have over $48,000 in credit card, not debt, thankfully, in credit card, what's the word I'm looking for? Total worth of credit card stuff. Listen, English is my second language. Technically, I speak Jamaican Patois as my original language, and American English escapes me most of the time. So you know what I'm talking about. And then a little less than $19,000 in debt in terms of credit cards. My minimum payment, which is really what I'm trying to bring down. I'm trying to really, by next year, get to a point where I'm not paying this $556. Man, I'm tired of it. Like my rent already is so high for no reason, none. And I cannot, like, we had to sign this 18-month lease. I can't wait until this 18 months is up and we can move now that I have a job that people recognize as being like financially secure, whatever that means. I ran into a lot of issues with, like, when I was looking for apartments, with showing my income from babysitting and nannying and all the other stuff. And so my last two apartments, we kind of had to, the first one, which was on my own, I had to jump at an opportunity given because I didn't have a place the day before I had to move out. So that night, the night before I had to move out, is when I signed a lease, and it was more than I wanted to pay, but I had to jump on it. This time around, we found two places that we loved. One of them was significantly cheaper and was a space that would work for us with no issues. And they kept like pulling us up on my income. And so we kind of like, they never gave us a no, but we didn't want to miss out on this place, which was more expensive. We didn't want to miss out on this place, so we just kind of had to jump at it. So now that I have like something that is traditionally acceptable in terms of income, I'm hoping that in, what are we on now? Month 2 of our 18-month lease. I'm hoping that in 16 months, one, we'll have good savings in order to like be secure and moving, and also we'll have no issues. So New York has this 40 times your income rule. So it's like for the year, you have to make 40 times the amount of your rent. So it's a 40 times your rent rule. So your income has to be equal to 40 multiplied by your monthly rent for the year. And for what we're looking for, we far out past that. So it's a great place to be in. But being on the other side of things in the past, and just like, it's absolutely ridiculous. It's crazy, broker street. Anyway, I could go all into that. I probably will cut this out. If not, here we are. Let's get into the rest of the conversation in terms of this. So how did we get here? We got here because I was saying I was trying to get rid of this almost $560 a month for credit card payments, because also my rent is super high, and so my bills in total are really high. So I'm doing this update because I now know what I'm getting paid. I'm not going to go too much over my loans because that is not my focus right now. I am still going to be saving towards my loans, but nothing significant. Let's focus on the $18,769, which is a bit lower. So my goal was to pay off my Chase account this month, but based on how I got paid and what my priorities are, I had to kind of cut that idea short for this month because I couldn't be like my paycheck and my side income had to go directly into next month's bills because I really want to stay 1 month ahead of my bills. So I had to cut off any like extra stuffing, as you know. But I'm happy to say that come next week, Friday, on the 4th, the first thing that's going to happen when I wake up is that I am going to be putting $217 on my Chase card, which is how much I will owe. And so it will be a zero balance, okay? And then, oh, I do have to screen record. I hate screen recording. It should be fine because Imovie's not open. Okay, so you're in my Excel sheet that I've created for my account. I'm still playing around with the color theme. This color theme is a little too bright and happy for a debt payoff, so I'm still working on it. I changed it up a little bit today. Maybe something a little bit muted. I searched pastel colors, but maybe muted colors would be better. Something a little bit more dreary, but pretty at the same time. You know what I'm going for? So here's my plan. So first, let me go over this. I set this up, and I showed you this before. It might have been a different color, but I set this up where everything, let's view. Show you the formula bar. Okay, so there's a formula bar. Let's show you over here. Everything here is calculated based on like grabbing the start amount based on your previous month's end amount, and then my minimum payment, and then I update it as I make payments in the month. So if you notice right here, my minimum payment is $40 for Chase, but if you notice, these are different. So as I make an extra payment, I'll update it. And so my prediction for next month is that I will be paying in March, on March 4th, $217, which will zero me out. And instead of ending on April 1st of 2024, which is what my predicted, if you were paying the minimum amount only, that's when you would pay off your card. So that's just crazy. This is 2 years total that I saved on just like paying more than what I should. So once that's paid off, here's the plan. My minimum payment for my Barclay card fluctuates between $75 and $80. So I think I have it set that I'm paying now $76. So once I pay this off in April, my first payment for Barclay card will not be $116 because it'll be $76 plus the $40 from Chase that I'm no longer paying. So that's what the snowball is, right? So I'm going to just push that one and stack it on top of what I'm paying for Barclay card. So I'm going to start paying $116. But also, I went and looked at my payment calendar, and I get 3 paychecks in April. 2 of my paychecks more than pays my entire bill, all my bills. So I'm gonna take half of my paycheck and put it towards my April bill and pay $1,116. My plan for the rest of it is I have $1,000 in my 1 month ahead emergency fund, which is the fund that I'm holding on to dip into if I do need a little bump in my 1 month ahead savings. But my emergency fund, my regular emergency fund, does not have $1,000, and I'm kind of doing it backwards, but I'm going to put enough to make it go up to $1,000. I think by then I will have $500, so I'll add $500 from the third paycheck to my emergency to make it $1,000, and then the rest that I have left over, I'm going to like just cash stuff that. Oh, I don't know why this has $150. Let's change that to $116. I think this doesn't really make much of a difference. So before I even did all this, before I even added the $40, at $76 a month, at the minimum payment per month, it was predicted that my final payment would be September 1st, 2026. once I added the $40 to make it $116 per month, it changed my final payment to August 1st, 2024. So just adding an extra $40 a month changed it by like 2 years. Crazy. So once I added that extra $1,000 for April, it changed my end of like the payment, my last payment, to be July 1st of 2023. So from 2026 to 2024 to 2023. Amazing. And then I noticed that in September, I also get 3 paychecks. And so I'm going to do the same thing that I did in April. I'm going to take $1,000. I'm going to add it to whatever I'm paying. So once I put that extra $1,000 on there, my final payment will be October 1st, 2022. So let's see, 1, 2, 3. So it cuts it off by 3 years doing that. So by October, I will have paid off my Chase card and my Barclay card. And then I haven't done anything for Citibank. Do not pay attention to this. In fact, I could update it now. I just didn't want to open my Citi thing to look at it. Minimum, I will say $112 a month. So once I have that paid off, I can now look to Citibank to pay off Citibank, or to start paying off Citibank. Citibank is $112 a month. I will add the $116 from Barclay card that I no longer need to pay. So that's a $76 minimum payment. The cat is outside my door trying to get in. And then the $40 minimum payment for Chase. And that would be, let me just do some quick calculation, $228. So I'll be paying $228 a month towards that. And please note that this date most likely will be way earlier than October 1st, 2022, because this is only based on Chase's minimum payment and Barclay card's minimum payment, and then the $1,000 that I'm sure of. But I'm still going to be making extra payments based on how much I'm stuffing for the week. So that's what's going to happen for the year in terms of paying it off. I'm hoping to pay off, at least I owe Citibank. Milo. Oh, it's not Milo, it's Hugo. Hi, Hugo. Okay, hi, what are you looking for? Are you looking for Ellie? He was looking for my dog. Hi. Hi, boo-boo. How are you? Okay, yeah. Eventually he'll jump on my bed. But so I'll be making extra payments as I typically do. As you can see here, like none of those months that I've been paying, like doing this snowball method, have I only paid $40. I've paid way more. So that's going to be the same. So this will probably be done. I don't want to focus too much on the date, but I would think that so it might give me like a 2-month buffer where it might end in August instead of October, only because that second $1,000 is not happening until later in the year. So we will see, and then we can get started on Citibank. So that's what's going to happen. So now in terms of my extra stuffings, my plan is this, and I think I mentioned it in another video. I still am doing my side job, so I still get side income from that. And so my plan is, on the weeks I get from my main job, I get paid every 2 weeks. And then from my side jobs, it's obviously like a weekly thing. So on the weeks that I get paid from my main job, my side income, I think I'll put about 70 to 80% of my side income towards my debt. So say, for example, I have $300 after, like, I put aside taxes or whatever from my side income. From my main income, it works out that I'll be able to stuff about $250 a week after, like, putting aside money for my bills. My bills are really high, guys. So $250 will go towards my sinking funds and my cash envelopes and whatever. And then from the $300, 80% would be going towards, so 70-80%, it depends on the week, right? But the majority of my side income will go towards debt on those weeks. And then on the weeks where I'm not getting money from my main income and I only have my side income, I'm thinking about like 35% of my side income will go towards debt, and then the rest I'll stuff for sinking funds and cash envelopes and all that stuff. So that's the plan for now, and I hope that with this updated video, you can see what my debt is looking like more closely, because like me, I know y'all are curious, y'all are nosy, and there's no shade going on, because man, do I love to be nosy in people's business. I am not judgmental. I just like a little bit of information, okay? So that's that for this video. I hope this was helpful in terms of like how I approach it, and you know, I will see you in another video soon, I'm sure. Until then, have a great day, a great week, a great month, a great year, and thank you for watching. Bye.